2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. 5 years have gone by and you're still trying to change. But there's a solution to this that you've never thought of. You're dealing with something called analysis paralysis and action contrast. The reason you struggle with analysis paralysis is because knowledge is everywhere and you're trying to learn it all. And that works right into action contrast, which is doing something that I like to call learning the curriculum before enrollment. And this is the easiest way to understand that. If you were going to be a doctor, would you try to learn the entire curriculum before you enrolled in the school? The answer is obviously not. And this is because someone becomes a doctor by learning with action. That is how the human brain is designed to work. You could watch videos about being a surgeon for the next 60 years, but if you actually go try to perform surgery, you wouldn't know how to do it. But then the question is, why do people do this with their business and their life? It's because you are being constantly programmed to think that you need knowledge before you actually start. The best way to get out of this cycle is to reprogram your subconscious mind. I have other videos on my page that describe how to do that.
I'm begging you to get out of your own way. I put off making content for so long. I tried multiple times, different pages, all that stuff, but it took me years. And here we are. TikTok is likely to get banned in a month. And it's like, what's the point? In all this overthinking and all this fear and this hesitation and worrying about what people think and this anxiety for nothing. Life is not going to wait for you. And the only thing getting in your way is you. And I know sometimes that sucks to hear because it's actually much easier to just blame other things. I'm not as lucky and I don't have as many connections and I don't have the right equipment and all this stuff. But none of that stuff is needed. None of it. It's literally just convincing yourself to believe in yourself and then get out of your own way and watch what happens. That's it. You deserve to go to that school. You deserve to start that business. You deserve to move to that state or get into that relationship. Just believe it. This is going to sound insane, but hear me out. Your mind is a really, really creative part of your life, and it will self-sabotage so creatively, you won't even know it's happening. So let's take the example of let's say you grew up without any money, and you find yourself blaming that trait in your life in a lot of conversations. Maybe you accidentally put yourself in the victim position. You complain to friends. You always say, oh, that doesn't apply to me. I didn't grow up with money. My parents weren't rich, whatever it is. What's going to end up happening is that your mind will start identifying so much with that struggle and so much with that victim mentality that it'll start sabotaging opportunities in your life without you knowing it to keep you away from wealth. This applies to everything, but wealth is the example here. So it'll start undermining opportunities, procrastinating opportunities, being like, oh, that's not going to work out for me. Oh, I would never get as lucky as this person. Starting a YouTube channel would never work. Getting that job would never work for me, because your mind would rather keep you in familiar territory, even if that's not what's best for you, because your mind's job is not to make you thrive. It's just meant to make you survive. And survival is often associated with familiarity. So your mind will keep you in the struggle if that's what's familiar and that's what you've been identifying with, because it doesn't know who you would be if you were to get rid of that struggle. Sit with that. Yeah, you're stopping you.
Give me 60 seconds and I will change the way you think about your home, your environment, and your surroundings forever. When I was an undergrad, I worked in a research lab studying location and our perception of time. And what we found is that we actually perceive time differently in different places. We remember things differently as well. So location determines our perception of time and our memories, which you can use to your advantage, and I'll tell you how. The first thing that I do is activate portals anytime that I go anywhere, because your brain has the ability to completely shift modes anytime you change locations. If you've ever walked through a doorway and you forgot what you walked into the room for, this is why. When I walk through a doorway, I claim this is the portal to more success. And my brain's now going to look for more ways to be successful. Or as I walk into this room, I will be more focused and productive. Your brain shifts modes, so you might as well start doing it intentionally. This got really long, so stay tuned for part 2 on more ways to use location to your advantage.
Face taping is my jam.
Help me understand.
If you had told me 14 months ago that I would be not doing Botox and would be taping my face, I would be like, you're fucking out of your mind. Absolutely not. Yeah. I use this Japanese face tape and my routine is so simple. I do 3 strips vertically on my forehead and then like one diagonal next to each eye because again, like I sleep and it scrunches up that area. And that's it. I do it like 2 or 3 times a week at night. It takes 2 minutes. I put it on over the skincare and I wake up and things are like smooth. It's pretty crazy.
Just do the basics in 2025. Most people don't do the basics. Work out, don't be a slob, stop eating the processed food, stop eating junk, get it out of your system, learn how to make more money, figure it out. Okay, even if it takes you 5 years to figure it out, increase your earning potential, take a course, invest in coaching, ask for a raise, get that promotion, and then learn how to manage your money so that you're not just spending all your money like a poor person. And then guess what? You're broke and you didn't invest and you have to work when you're 75 at Walmart. Do you want that? Fuck no. Okay, don't be an idiot this 2025. Don't be mediocre. Just do the basics. You know what they are, okay? Treat yourself like your own best friend. Work out, figure out how to make more money, educate yourself, become valuable to the marketplace, and also have a lot of peace and love and joy in your heart, okay? Enjoy the ride. What is the meaning of life in 4 or 5 words? Enjoy the passing of time. 5 words, okay? So enjoy it, but also don't be an idiot. Hope this helps.
If you want to manifest a husband, you need to buy yourself an engagement ring. You basically have to act it into existence. And I know that sounds crazy, but my mum actually told me this. Before she met my dad, she went out and bought a cheap engagement ring. 1 year later, she met my dad. So acting as if you already have brings the thing that you want quicker into your life. So I know this is crazy. I know you're gonna probably be like, Kiara, you're crazy. Who buys themselves an engagement ring? But I did it. I bought myself an engagement ring. Why can't you just marry yourself anyway?
If I was going to change my life in 30 days, here's what I would do. I have literally helped thousands of people transform their lives, so I know that I can help you too. Number 1, I would up the personal care, because the way that you feel about yourself will reflect in everything. People treat you how you treat you. The best way to start to form love for yourself is by taking loving actions towards yourself. This means no more self-degrading talk, no more putting you or your needs last. Okay, people respect people who respect themselves. And I promise you, everything that you manifest in your life is a reflection of what you think that you are worthy of. Hard pill to swallow, but you only have 30 days, so I'm just laying the truth. Number 2, clear space, clear mind. I go into depth on this in this episode. If you want to know how you feel about yourself internally, look out to how you treat the environment that you stay in. Clean that shit up, because you deserve better. You will think better, feel better, be more motivated and productive. Okay, this is literally such a big life hack. Number 3 would be invest in myself. This really goes with the previous 2 points too, really taking the time to take care of you. The best investment you can ever make is an investment in yourself. This also means don't be stingy when it comes to investing in yourself, especially when it comes to anything that is going to help you to improve. I'm doing an entire 30-day glow up challenge, so you can practice this by joining me in that. Or if you want to take it even deeper, I have an entire 6-month program called Scale, all about transforming your life and creating soul-aligned success. Enrolling now, but closing soon. If you have trouble with this, investing time, money, energy into yourself, this is another perfect reflection of how you actually feel about you and the internal work that you need to be doing around that. Any time, money, energy that you spend setting your future self up for success will repay you tenfold, okay? Know that. Number 4, I would create and follow a morning routine. A good morning routine will literally change your life. I recommend waking up at the same time every single day and incorporating some type of movement. Also some type of gratitude, meditation, visualization, journaling, anything that helps you to set your energy for the day. This will change your entire outlook on your day and the frequency that you are going to be attracting from. Number 6, I would create a rock fucking solid plan for the next month. This step is kind of a cheat for 30 days, but trust me on this. I'm insane about planning and it shows. Okay, thank you. I'm very successful. You need to be setting yourself up for future success now by planning for it and anticipating it. I teach a way advanced version of this in Scale. Okay, we call it the manifestation game plan. But what you can do now is just get clear on what you want to do, what you need to do, what additional habits or actions will support these goals, and then actually making time for them. If you do not make time for things, the time will never be given to you. So get really fucking good at knowing exactly where your time is going and using it intentionally. Let me know if you want a more long-term version of how I would transform my life entirely this new year.
If you want to know the secret to getting everything you want in life, the answer lies in this one question, and that question is, why not me? Because the older I get, the more that I realize that in a world that teaches women that we don't deserve what we want because what we want is unrealistic, that I chose magic over realism, and that in and of itself is the reason I changed my reality from what it was into what it is now. And why spend another second in a reality that you don't want to live simply because it makes sense to someone else? My dearest biddies, don't waste any more of your time with the people who want you to stay realistic so you'll stay stagnant. Don't look to the people who never had the courage to chase their dreams as if their normalcy is any kind of map for what your life should look like. Don't be fucking normal if what you want to be is extraordinary, because the safety of normalcy is a dead end, even if it's a comforting end. And you are not put on this earth to stop walking while your legs are still moving. So get up and move and run away from the crowd that wants you to stay in the crowd, so that they don't have to be reminded of the fact that one day you could be so much more than just a face in the crowd.
I've been told throughout my life that I am incredibly intelligent. Some of that is just my natural genius, but there are a lot of things that I do to take care of my brain. First thing I do is listen to podcasts like it's my job. Try to listen to 3 to 5 a week. I have learned so much. My vocabulary has improved my confidence. It's improved the way that I speak, the way that I think, the way that I carry myself. Start by listening to 1 a week. It doesn't have to be something incredibly academic either. I think there's a lot of value in just listening to other people because everyone knows something you don't. 2, study. Just because you're not going to school doesn't mean you stop being a student. In fact, I didn't really have an interest in academia until after I graduated. Now I'm obsessed with it. Pick a topic, archaeology, psychology, neuroscience, history, whatever it is. And take 30 minutes a day out of your regular scrolling time and just learn something new. 3, learn a new language. You don't need to fully learn a new language, but there are so many podcasts on Spotify that you can look up immersive Spanish, immersive French, immersive Italian. You can listen to these for like 10 minutes a day while you're driving and just learn a couple new words every day or a couple times a week. Purpose is actually not to learn a new language. Purpose is to keep you neuroplastic. Learning a new language, learning to play an instrument, or learning the roadways of your city, those kinds of things really support your neuroplasticity, which is so important. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and develop new neural networks, which is what allows us to glow up and grow and adapt. The last thing is meditation. It activates so many different regions of the brain. It increases the neurotransmitter dopamine, serotonin, GABA. This is the most powerful, especially if you're someone who's trying to change your default state of mood. The brain actually changes when you meditate. And if you need to start with 5 minutes a day, start with 5 minutes a day. If I were to recommend one thing to you, it would be meditate. You're so welcome.
This is how to be charming without even trying. The next time that someone tells you to have a good day or to have a good night, use either of these 2 responses. So they say, have a good day. Thanks. If I do, it's because of you. Or for something less direct, have a good night. I'll know who to thank when I do.
If you are someone who knows deep down that you are meant to live a big life full of abundance, but you have no idea how you are going to get there, I want you to listen to this video. And first of all, excuse me for crying on camera. This is so not like me. I've never cried on camera. But I've just been sitting in my car, reflecting on life the last couple years. It's been crazy, crazy, crazy. A couple years ago, to give you guys some backstory, I was in a very toxic situation. I was at the lowest point in my life. I had dropped out of college, very unsure of what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted a life full of abundance. I always liked luxury things. I've always liked expensive things. And I just really wanted more than anything. I know that sounds shallow, but I really just wanted freedom. I just wanted freedom. And I just wanted to be able to buy these things for myself, because I was with someone who could buy these things for me, but he'd take them away and he'd control me. And it was a very toxic relationship. So this is what I always wanted for myself. I just wanted to have control over my life. And fast forward to now, I've literally been living my dream life. But before this, I mean, I was literally, like I said, at the lowest point in my life. I had lost my best friend of 14 years. I grew up with like no parents, basically. I had my dad, but he left me pretty early on, like in my teen years. And my mom abandoned me when I was like 3 years old. And I'm not here to make you feel sorry for me. I'm just saying that, like, I came from nothing. I grew up working my entire life. And this is your sign that you can do it, even if you feel like there is no way out. Okay, even if you feel like you'd rather be somewhere else and not on this planet. Like, I understand that. I get that. I truly, truly, truly do. And I just want you to know, if no one believes in you, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I cannot believe what my life is now. I've literally been living a life like that I could have never actually dreamed of. Like, honestly, this is the ultimate freedom. I'm in Dubai right now. I've just here, like, just shooting stuff for my business, and I've been here for the last few weeks. I get to do whatever I want. I go fine dining every night. I buy everything I want. I'm sitting in my freaking favorite car, the G-Wagon. I have this car actually paid off in the US, and it's all because I started my little business. It's an Amazon business, but that is the only reason why. And it's also always only the reason that I've done this is always because I believed in myself more than anyone did. Nobody believed in me. And that's why I said, like, I believe in you, because I know that a lot of people see this type of lifestyle and they want it so bad. They want to live this big life and they share this with their friends. And a lot of people can't believe that it's possible. But the thing is, it's not possible for them because they don't believe that they are deserving of it. And they don't want it bad enough. So this is your sign to just make it happen for yourself. I believe in you. Yeah, I just felt called to come on here and share this.
Welcome back, ladies. Class is officially in session because we are back with another glow up series. This time, how to manifest anything you want in 2025. I made this video in 2022 and in 2023, and now we are doing it in 2024. My credibility is that I have manifested everything I've ever dreamed of. If you want, you can go to my other 2 videos and look at the comments where people are commenting saying that they've also been able to manifest everything they wanted by doing my method. My method is called the memoir technique. I'm a little bit late with doing this video. Normally I post it like a month before the end of the year, but better late than never. So this is what you're going to do. Sometime in the next 3 days, you're going to grab either a piece of paper, an iPad, a computer, something that you can write something really long in, preferably something that you can turn into a physical copy. So like something that you can print. Take like a good hour and a half for yourself so that you can do this without being rushed. I want you to really, really be able to focus while doing this, because visualizing while you write it is going to be one of the best things you can do. I want you to close your eyes and envision, how do you want your life to look for 2025? I want you to be very specific. Friendships, finances, relationship, work. I want you to tackle every possible area of your life, and the more delusional you are, the better. And you are going to imagine that you are 1 year from now writing about all the amazing things that happened to you in 2025. I'm going to be writing this in past tense as if all of these things have already happened. I'm gonna give you an example. Oh my God, I had the best year ever. I was able to buy a house. I was able to get into my dream relationship. I was able to start a job at blah, blah, blah. Be as specific as you want. If you have travel plans, write them down. If you want to achieve a certain goal, write it down. But remember, you have to write it as if it's already happened. While you're doing this, I want you to actively envision what you're writing in your head. Let yourself feel the emotions as if you were actually writing this a year from now with all of these things already happened. Try to make it at least 1 page, because honestly, if you're doing anything shorter than that, you're not being specific enough. Mine from last year was literally 4 pages long, and that was me even being concise. The reason I coined this the memoir technique is because you are basically writing a little memoir of how your year went. Once you're done, you're going to sign your name and you're going to say, thank you so much, universe, for giving me everything that I've ever dreamed of, something along those lines, but just express gratitude. For the date, make sure you write today's date of 2025. You are absolutely sure that you are done. You've tackled everything you wanted to mention. You're going to print it, you're going to fold it, and you're going to put it in a place that will keep it safe. The goal is to not check it for the entire year. No matter how tempted you are, do not go back and reread it. Chances are you're probably going to forget some of the things that you wrote down. You are going to be tempted to be like, wait, I want to see what I wrote down. I forgot, but don't do it. Because it's such a good feeling when the end of next year comes around and you're actually able to read it, and you're going to see how much of what you actually wrote came true, even the things that you forgot that you wrote down. Remember to let go, surrender yourself to the universe, and everything everything that you write down will come true. I guarantee you. I can't wait to see you all this time next year when you can come here and comment what came true. As always, let me know what video you guys want to see next.
I don't care how old you are, if you want to get married, then you should be doing Neville Goddard method for the next 30 days before you fall asleep, and this is what you're gonna do. This is what I did 2.5 years ago, and I got proposed within 2 months. You're not losing anything, so why not to do this technique? I don't care what you're dealing with right now, whether you have your specific person, whether they're committed, not committed, how they treat you, I do not care. Before you fall asleep, I want you to revise your day. Every single night before you fall asleep, revise your day. In your mind, go over your day, but see it objectively so that you don't engage with it emotionally. It will allow you to let go. After revision, you have a clean slate to imagine your ideal reality. I want you to literally immerse yourself in your imagination. How would you feel once you're married? How does your husband make you feel? What are the qualities in your husband? What are the things that you're doing throughout the day? What are the things he's telling you? What are the things he's doing? How does he treat you? I want you to literally immerse yourself in your imagination and get very, very detailed. The main part when it comes to manifesting marriage is visualizing and feeling the imaginary ring. So you're gonna imagine as if your specific person put that ring on your finger. Feel it as if you were wearing one. Our brain takes things as real as long as we produce emotional reaction. Yeah, imagining things is cool, but imagination only comes to fruition when we engage emotionally with it. This is what makes it real for us. Immerse yourself, engage with it emotionally, feel it as if you're wearing a ring right now. What version of you would you be? Once you really feel like you're wearing a ring on your finger, fall asleep to that state. And do this for the next 30 days. No skipping. At night, the last thought, the last intention aligns us with this possibility in the quantum field. When you wake up, you start thinking from that vibration. You understand? Because if you're doing it correctly, you're going to wake up and feel. You're not going to be worried about your relationships. You're not going to be worried about getting commitment, worrying about, being exclusive, about why your specific person is not committing to you, because you're doing this technique, falling asleep. This already gives you a feeling of living in your end, as if it's already happening. And if you're living in your end, that means that you're already that version of you who has that thing, so you don't exude lack, and that's why it's going to happen. The universe starts to bring things into your reality in alignment. Situations happen, you meet people. It's called a train of events. That's what Neville Goddard called it. Train of events is when small things happening and then they lead you to that end goal, if that makes sense. Just trust the process throughout the day, throughout the waking hours. But at night, please do this method. Do not fall asleep without doing it. Like I'm telling you guys, I've done it for a month. Completely forgot about it. It worked wonders. You don't need to continue doing it when it already feels like you have it. Like when you stop questioning it, that means that you already feel like you already have it. You can do it for 30 days, but for 30 days, please, if you're serious, text me in 30 days if you get proposed. I am motherfucking sure that you will get proposed. I love ya. Follow for more.
Let's talk about the one thing you need to master in order to manifest the marriage proposal in this video. In 2020, I manifested my boyfriend. We were living 410 miles away. I almost said states. He literally fell right into my DMs. I didn't have to force or try anything. He wanted commitment from the get. That time I was good at manifestation. I just wasn't the master that I am now. So I'm going to be able to share things with you that will allow you to manifest your proposal way faster than I did. The number one thing that you need to manifest a proposal is an unshakable self-concept. Your self-concept is your beliefs and assumptions about yourself in relation to what you want and your beliefs about how other people perceive you. On my page, all of the videos are about helping you master your unshakable self-concept. So hit follow right now to master your self-concept, and then we'll dive right in as it relates to a proposal. So I hit a roadblock manifesting my proposal because in 2021, I reverted back to my old self-concept. I had moved in with my boyfriend and I hadn't solidified the identity of the version of me that was married. So I had gotten my self-concept to the space where I could believe that I would be chosen to be in a relationship. I just didn't perceive of myself as being chosen for marriage. For a certain amount of time, I started to look around at my friends that were already married, people getting engaged, and I started to be like, well, what's wrong with me? We've been together this long. Why isn't he proposing? What the fuck is going on? Is he my person? This doubt was exactly the self-concept that needed to die in order for me to manifest the proposal in a way that didn't involve pressure or manipulating him. You don't manifest from force because all of creation is already finished. You manifest by becoming the version of you that has that desire. If you're forcing or pressuring anyone to propose to you, stop right now. Instead, it's much easier than that. Go within, identify your current self-concept in relation to this person, in relation to relationships, then rewrite the new self-concept. Who is the version of you that's already married? What does she believe about herself? Does she believe she's valued? Does she believe she gets to be chosen every single day? What does she believe about the partner? Does she believe that he wants to choose her? Does she believe that he wants to commit to her? He wants to protect, provide, all the things, whatever it is, right? Show up, communicate. And lastly, what are your beliefs and assumptions about relationships in general? I had some funky beliefs about marriage that had to go because they were freaking me the fuck out and not serving our greater good in our relationship. One of them was this shitty belief that the honeymoon phase had to end and that it was gonna get really hard and yucky after a while. Fuck that. You start to feel into the feeling of that self-concept. You already have the ring on your finger. It was about a week or 2 weeks before he proposed that I was driving in the car and I was like, it feels like something's missing right now. I never wear a watch, so it's not that. And then I was like, holy shit, I'm supposed to have a ring on my finger. And I like felt as if it was there. I felt it so real. And then about 2 weeks, a week later, he proposed. Whenever you feel the feeling state of already having your desire, it's already done. How would you feel? That feeling state impresses your subconscious mind with that self-concept, that version of you that has what you want. And then from there, it has to fucking manifest. Save this one so you can implement this shit now.
Here are my biggest life hacks, but this one is for the girls specifically. These are just things that have improved my life significantly. So I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup because I feel like I haven't sat down and talked on TikTok in so long because I've just been doing Vlogmas. Eat more protein. I know that's such a guy thing. It's like, I gotta get my protein in. You guys seriously don't understand how much protein will help the function of your body and the look of your body. Try to get at least 20 grams of protein in every meal. It will change your body. Finding a really good shampoo and conditioner and blow drying the roots of your hair after every time you wash it, it will keep your hair cleaner for longer every single time. Not on high heat. Don't blow dry it on high heat, just blow dry your roots. Your hair will stay clean for so long. Get comfortable with saying no. A woman that knows her boundaries and is able to say no, you're so cool. A Hatch alarm clock. It has improved my morning routine and my nighttime routine so much because you can wake up to sunrise and it just has the most soothing alarm clocks. I used to hate waking up and I swear it's because of the alarm itself. The Hatch has improved my mornings so much and I don't wake up angry anymore, which is a beautiful thing. Find your workout routine. Find a workout that you actually like, not one that other people say that they like and you're like, oh, I feel like I should like this because everybody else likes it. No. Find a workout you actually enjoy doing, build a workout routine and stick to it. If you're able to move your body, there's no excuse to not. Mouth tape. I've seen improvements with my skin, my jawline, the brightness of my eyes, my eye bags, so much because of mouth tape. You also get the deepest sleep when you wear mouth tape. Try it for a week. 1 week is what it will take for you to see a difference. Do it every night. And if I don't, I get pissed at myself in the morning. Read before bed. It's the best way to wind down, like get your body off of the blue light, but also for your cognitive longevity, it's good to be reading. I see that tip so often is just read as much as you can because it's just teaching yourself. Even if it's not an educational book, you're still teaching yourself. Don't follow trends. Be original. Trends are exhausting and they're trends, they come and go. I get it if you like a trend and you think it's actually cute, but don't get something just because everybody's wearing it. Get something because you like it. Get yourself flowers. There's so much underlying meaning in that, so much, and so much I could go into detail about, but just start getting yourself flowers for so many reasons. Just trust me. Also, I know I'm gonna get questions. My favorite shampoos are all in my Shop My under hair care, and my Hatch is also on Shop My. Seriously, they changed my life.
Honey, say less and watch him do more, because never have I ever talked my way into being loved, and never have I ever won over a man who needed to be convinced I was enough. One day you'll realize that your silence hits harder than your words, and that it's always better to leave him quietly wondering than to scream and watch him change absolutely freaking nothing. Cheers.
Girl, follow the breadcrumbs. You don't know what I mean when I say breadcrumbs? When you ask for something, you ask the universe for something, you get super clear and you're like, I want this thing. And then a stranger comes up to you and they say, do you like dancing? And you're like, yeah, I love dancing. And then they tell you about Zouk dancing. You're like, what the heck is that? I've never heard of it. And it's this Brazilian dance. And they tell you about this dance class on Saturday. You go to the dance class on Saturday. You follow the breadcrumbs because the universe is guiding and leading you to that thing that you just asked for.
My number one tip that I would tell anyone in their 20s or 30s is to start journaling. We are constantly talking to ourselves, and the things that we tell ourselves, the things that we believe, whether they are conscious or subconscious thoughts, start to shape our reality. Even if you are the most self-aware person, unless you are taking time to pause and journal and process how you are feeling, you're actually moving a little bit too quickly to understand what's happening beneath the surface. Taking time to journal will bring all those thoughts to the surface and gives you a moment to recognize, do I agree with these things that I'm telling myself or do I not? Do I want to continue down this trajectory of where these thoughts are leading me or do I want to pivot? And then you have a lot more agency to decide what you want to do next and you're a lot more proactive in living out your life.